Greetings, fellow time travelers and ancient mystery hunters. Welcome back to Historia, where we unlock the most mind-bending secrets buried deep in the sands of time. I'm your archaeological guide, ready to take you on another spine-tingling journey through the corridors of history. Today's discoveries will absolutely blow your mind and challenge everything you thought you knew about our ancient past. We're about to explore 6 archaeological puzzles so mysterious that even the world's leading experts are still scratching their heads in amazement. Before we dive into these incredible secrets that have been hidden for millennia, make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell. Trust me, you don't want to miss the ancient mysteries we're about to unveil. Are you ready to witness history's greatest unsolved puzzles? Let's begin our extraordinary journey. Mystery 1. The Saywite Monolith, Peru's impossible stone. Picture this: ancient seekers, deep in the heart of southern Peru, near the legendary Inca ruins of Chocorao, stands one of archaeology's greatest enigmas, the Saywite Monolith, a colossal granite block that seems to have emerged from another world entirely. But here's what will absolutely amaze you. This isn't just any ordinary stone. We're talking about a massive granite masterpiece measuring 7.5 feet long and over 6.5 feet tall, decorated with more than 200 intricate high-relief carvings that are so detailed, so precise, they look like they came straight out of a modern 3D printer. Now, pay attention to this incredible detail. The stone surface is covered with terraces, canals, staircases, and animals like frogs, serpents, and magnificent felines, all carved with surgical precision that defies explanation. But here's the mystery that has baffled archaeologists for decades. We have absolutely no idea what civilization created this masterpiece or why. The experts are divided into fascinating camps. Some believe this could be an ancient hydraulic model. Imagine an incredibly sophisticated simulation device used for water distribution planning and training. Given that the Incas possessed remarkably advanced water supply techniques, this theory isn't entirely far-fetched. But other researchers think we're looking at something far more mystical. A mythical or idealized landscape with deep religious significance. Picture ancient priests using this stone altar for fertility rituals or rain ceremonies, connecting with forces beyond our understanding. Here's what makes this discovery truly spine-chilling. The Saywite Monolith stands completely alone in archaeological history. Nothing like it has ever been found anywhere else in the entire region. It's as if this incredible artifact appeared out of nowhere, challenging everything we know about ancient stoneworking capabilities. The alternative archaeology camp doesn't hesitate to use terms like lost advanced technology, while conservative experts maintain it could have been created using known ancient stone-cutting techniques. But after decades of intensive study, its exact function remains one of history's greatest unsolved mysteries. Mystery 2. The Prehistoric Nuclear Reactor, Nature's Impossible Achievement. Fellow time detectives, prepare yourselves for something that will completely rewrite your understanding of Earth's ancient history. In 1972, scientists stumbled upon what might be the most mind-blowing discovery in modern archaeology. Deep within the Oklo uranium mine in Gabon, Africa, they found something that shouldn't exist, a fully functional nuclear reactor that operated 2 billion years ago. Now let me paint this incredible picture for you. 2 billion years ago, long before any human had ever walked this planet, long before dinosaurs roamed the Earth, a natural nuclear reactor was humming with activity in what is now West Africa. The Chicago Pile 1, built in 1942 as part of the Manhattan Project, was considered the first functional nuclear reactor in history. But nature had beaten us to it by 2 billion years. Here's the scientific breakdown that will blow your mind. This mysterious structure consists of relatively pure uranium with high concentrations of the radioactive isotope U-235, combined with organic compounds like graphite and water that slow down neutrons produced by uranium fission. But here's where it gets truly incredible. Today, such a reactor couldn't even be built because U-235 has become too rare. However, 2 billion years ago, this isotope still represented about 3% of natural uranium deposits. Exactly the concentration needed for nuclear fission. The discovery was so unexpected that the wildest theories about its true origins quickly emerged. From extraterrestrial test reactors to the work of an unknown pre-human species, speculation had virtually no limits. But wait, there's more. Physicist Alex Meshik and his colleagues at Washington University made an absolutely stunning discovery during their research. They found strange xenon isotope patterns, byproducts of uranium fission, locked within aluminum phosphate minerals around the reactor. Here's what sent chills down their spines. The xenon isotopes were surprisingly rare in short-lived intermediate stages. In other words, it appeared that the reactor had been regularly turned on and off, as if controlled by some intelligent force. Was this truly just a natural formation, or are we looking at evidence of something far more extraordinary? The debate continues to rage among scientists worldwide. Mystery 3, the Antarctic Egg, a giant from the deep. Ancient seekers, imagine this scene. You're an explorer trudging through the frozen wasteland of Antarctica when you stumble upon something so bizarre, so impossible, that you can only call it the thing. In 2011, researchers discovered an indefinable object in the Antarctic ice that would take nearly a decade to properly understand. When international teams finally cracked the mystery in 2020, what they found changed everything we thought we knew about prehistoric marine life. This mysterious object turned out to be a giant soft-shelled egg, but not just any egg. Measuring approximately 11.5 inches long and nearly 8 inches wide, this is the largest soft-shelled egg ever discovered and the second largest egg of any kind ever found. But here's what makes this discovery absolutely mind-bending. The eggshell is extraordinarily thin, resembling parchment, completely different from the thick shells of typical dinosaur eggs. Instead, it's remarkably similar to modern reptiles like snakes and lizards. Now prepare yourself for this incredible revelation. This Antarctic egg dates back to the Cretaceous period and was likely laid by a giant marine creature such as a mosasaur, those massive sea monsters that ruled ancient oceans. Here's what has scientists completely baffled. Researchers previously believed these marine giants were exclusively viviparous, meaning they gave birth to live young. This discovery raises fundamental questions about the reproduction of large prehistoric marine reptiles, and reveals apparently contradictory behavior. Picture this impossible scenario. A colossal marine reptile somehow made its way to dry land, specifically to lay an egg with an extremely fragile shell. How did this massive sea creature manage such a delicate operation? Why would it risk everything for this mysterious reproductive ritual? The most incredible part? This extraordinary fossil sat unnoticed for years in Chile's Natural History Museum, until a new examination finally revealed its true scientific importance. How many other world-changing discoveries are sitting in museum storage rooms waiting to rewrite history? Mystery 4, the ancient seismograph, China's impossible invention. Fellow mystery hunters, transport yourselves back to the year 138 AD to the ancient Chinese city of Luoyang. Suddenly a small bronze ball drops from a dragon's mouth into the gaping throat of a bronze frog below. What seems like an insignificant trick actually confirms the absolute genius of Chinese scholar Zhang Heng. His incredible seismograph has just recorded an earthquake more than 400 miles away, even though no one in the city felt the slightest tremor. This extraordinary device, invented approximately 1700 years before the first Western seismographs, was essentially a bronze vessel, incredibly sensitive to movement. 8 dragon heads were positioned around the vase, each holding a copper ball in its mouth and pointing in different directions. Bronze frogs crouched beneath each dragon, waiting with open mouths. Here's the ingenious part that will amaze you. Even the smallest seismic tremors were enough to activate a hidden pendulum inside the vessel, releasing the balls from their supports. To determine the earthquake's direction, you simply look to see which frog's mouth contained the fallen ball. But here's what makes this story truly incredible. On that fateful day in 138 AD, Zhang Heng's device detected a massive earthquake in Gansu province, hundreds of miles away, while the people of Luoyang felt absolutely nothing. When news of the distant quake arrived days later, confirming the seismograph's accuracy, Zhang Heng's reputation as a scientific genius was sealed forever. Unfortunately, Zhang Heng's original invention no longer exists today. The examples displayed in museums are modern replicas. In fact, it wasn't until 2005 that a team of Chinese researchers successfully constructed a working model of this ancient masterpiece. Imagine the implications. While medieval Europe was still struggling with basic technology, ancient Chinese inventors were creating sophisticated scientific instruments that could detect natural disasters across vast distances. What other incredible technologies did ancient civilizations possess that we've lost to time? Mystery 5. The Sabu Disk. Egypt's futuristic artifact. Time travelers, prepare yourselves for one of archaeology's most controversial discoveries. In 1936, archaeologists exploring the tomb of ancient Egyptian official Sabu in the Saqqara necropolis made a discovery so shocking, so impossible, that it continues to fuel the wildest speculations to this day. Crafted from an extremely brittle and difficult-to-work natural stone, this mysterious funerary offering has an almost futuristic design that simply doesn't belong in the ancient world. We are looking at a flat circular disc with three curved, crescent-shaped reinforcements bending inward and a deep groove in the center. With a diameter of approximately 2 feet, the so-called Sabu Disk resembles nothing less than a mechanical component from an advanced machine. But here's the mind-bending question. What kind of machine could this have belonged to around 3000 BC? According to mainstream archaeology, the answer is simple: none whatsoever. Advanced machines in the modern sense simply didn't exist during that time period, but here's what makes this mystery absolutely fascinating. There are no inscriptions, illustrations, or texts that explain the disk's purpose or function. Some researchers see it as a ritual object, an oil lamp, a cultural symbol, or part of a ceremonial vessel. These interpretations fit comfortably within our understanding of ancient Egyptian religious practices. But venture into the bizarre world of ancient astronaut theories, and you'll encounter terms like flywheel, ship propeller, or even aircraft rotor. Not surprisingly, these interpretations are light years away from established archaeological thinking. The truth is, after nearly a century of study, the Sabu Disk remains one of Egypt's greatest unsolved mysteries. Was it a masterpiece of ancient engineering that we simply don't understand? Or something far more extraordinary? The debate continues to rage among experts worldwide. Mystery 6. The Giant Stone Jars of Assam, India's impossible containers. Ancient mystery hunters, our final discovery will leave you absolutely speechless. In 2022, archaeologists in the Indian state of Assam uncovered 65 giant stone containers that appear to have been used for enormous urn burials. But that's just the beginning of this incredible puzzle. These colossal vessels, weighing tons and measuring up to nearly 10 feet tall, were scattered across a remote mountainous landscape, taking various fascinating forms. Some were cylindrical, others more bulbous, but it's their placement that truly intrigued scientists. Picture this mysterious scene. Some of these oversized artifacts are completely buried underground, while others protrude at angles, their openings turned outward, creating the eerie impression that someone could actually enter them. But here's where this mystery becomes absolutely mind-bending. There are no inscriptions, no documentation, no historical records whatsoever. We have no idea who created these massive containers, what they were used for, or how they were even constructed. Think about the incredible logistics involved. There are no known villages in the immediate vicinity, no clues about manufacturing methods, and no explanation for how such heavy material could have been transported to these remote mountain locations. Some experts estimate these objects date back to the 2nd millennium BC, but we simply don't know what culture could have created them. The stone material itself isn't found locally, adding yet another layer to this fascinating mystery. But here's perhaps the most crucial question. What was actually inside these colossal containers? The answer will surprise you. Absolutely nothing. All the vessels were completely empty when rediscovered. However, since archaeologists have found human remains in similar jars in neighbouring Laos, they theorized that the Assam discoveries were also used for elaborate funerary rites. Their sealed condition and exposed placement on ridges and hills certainly suggest a ritual context. The mystery deepens when we consider that these massive stone containers were deliberately positioned in highly visible locations, as if meant to be seen from great distances. Were they markers for something? Monuments to forgotten kings, or something else entirely? Fellow time travellers, we've just journeyed through 6 of archaeology's most perplexing mysteries. Discoveries that continue to challenge our understanding of ancient civilizations and their incredible capabilities. From Peru's impossible stone computer to nature's prehistoric nuclear reactor, from Antarctica's giant mystery egg to China's earthquake-detecting marvel, from Egypt's futuristic disk to India's colossal stone containers, each discovery raises more questions than it answers. These archaeological puzzles remind us that our ancient ancestors were far more sophisticated, creative and mysterious than we ever imagined. Every excavation, every discovery has the potential to rewrite history and challenge everything we think we know about the past. What fascinates me most is how these discoveries humble our modern arrogance. We often assume that advanced technology and sophisticated thinking are purely modern achievements, but these ancient mysteries suggest otherwise. Perhaps our ancestors possessed knowledge and capabilities that we've lost to the mists of time. The greatest mystery of all might be this: how many more incredible discoveries are still waiting beneath the earth in museum storage rooms or hidden in plain sight? How many world-changing artifacts are we walking past every day without realizing their true significance? What do you think about these incredible theories, ancient seekers? Do you believe our ancestors possessed lost advanced technologies, or can these mysteries be explained through conventional archaeology? Share your fascinating discoveries and theories with our community of time travelers in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe to Historia for more mind-bending archaeological adventures, and hit that notification bell so you never miss our journey through the greatest mysteries of human civilization. In our next expedition, we'll be exploring the recently discovered underground chambers beneath the Sphinx. What archaeologists found there will absolutely blow your mind. Until then, keep exploring, keep questioning, and never stop seeking the incredible truth.